I'm not wearing any makeup and my lashes are kind of messed up right now, so disclaimer. Okay guys, so this is going to be my first story time, and today I'm going to be talking about how I enlisted into the military without my parents knowing until a week after. But they know now and they're happy, they're not mad at me, but at the time when they found out, they weren't so joyful. So right now I'm actually sitting in a park. I'm parking and barking at a park. Park time. Heck yeah. And like, awesome. I do most of my vlogs, well, like, you know, my go with me vlogs in my car, and I want to do most of my story time vlogs in my car because I feel comfortable sitting in my car and I love my car, and I'm not going to be with it for much longer because I'll get to that. It has to do with me enlisting and my parents taking away my car. But okay, so about 3 weeks ago, actually 3, 4, 5 weeks ago was when I decided to go into a recruiting office for the first time. A Navy office. Well, not like the first time. I've been in a recruiting office before, but the first time this process of enlisting. So I went in and I thought about, you know, in the past about enlisting. However, I'm in college right now. I'm on my 4th year of college, and I'm not going to be graduating. And I know that's like not such of a great thing. However, it's fine. I mean, I know I'll finish my degree some point in my young adult life. So, I mean, it's just a little hole in the road right now. I mean, I'm good. However, okay, so I went to the recruiting office and I told them that I wanted to enlist. I wanted to be in the process of enlisting. And so they're like, okay, cool, let's get your information down and let's go on the process. However, my recruiter is really cool. She was a female and she wanted to make sure that I was comfortable before, you know, I actually go to MEPS, which is like the military entrance. Like, it's where you go to get processed into going in the military. They put you through a physical, all this stuff. She actually suggested that I went to every other service recruiting office, like all the other branches, like, you know, the Marine Corps, the Army, the Coast Guard, the Air Force, though I cannot get a hold of the Air Force. It's kind of hard around this area because we have 2 big Air Force bases, and everybody wants to join the Air Force in this area. So, you know, you have to set up an appointment, and I tried to, and that was weeks ago, and they still have not gotten back to me. But it's fine, because I'm in the Navy now. So, I go, and, you know, I think about it. I pick the job I want to get, which was, at the time, it was nuclear, and my AFQT was at a 95, but, you know, down the road, I ended up changing it to a advanced electrical computer stuff. So I told my recruiter and the lead petty officer my concern about, you know, me joining and how I need to get my parents on board before I actually join. And what the lead petty officer said was, it's fine, just go to MEPS. You know, we do this all the time. You won't have until like, well, you won't more than likely be leaving until December. You have time to kind of ease your parents into it. We'll talk to your parents about it. Well, I go to MEPS. My ship date's August 29th. So I have 4 months. I have 4 months until actually, you know, leaving, and I kind of tell my parents that. Woo! And another thing, I needed to get my mom's naturalization number, and that's something, like, you know, I don't want to just, like, take a picture of, you know, and go off with it. So my mom takes pride in being an American citizen through naturalization. She was born in the Philippines, and when she married my father, who was, you know, an American citizen, she didn't, you know, automatically become one. She had to actually go through the process of naturalization, and she didn't get around to actually becoming a citizen until I was around 7 years old. And that was a pretty long time, you know, after she moved to the U.S. so, you know, she's an immigrant, basically. And me taking her naturalization number without her knowing, in my opinion, would be very disrespectful, because she worked really hard to get that. And I didn't want, you know, that'd be almost like a slap to the face to her. I mean, that's just bad. And I wouldn't personally want to do that, especially because a few weeks ago, somebody did, like, steal her identity and was working in the U.S. I ended up, you know, asking my mom for it, because she knew I was talking to a recruiter and I was in the process. But she didn't know I was actually going to swear in yet. But, you know, the recruiter ended up talking to her, and she gave me the number, and so we were good. But, you know, my recruiter didn't tell her I was at MEPS. But yeah, so the week after my birthday, exact week time, I swore into the Navy. And so, you know, life went on. My boyfriend knew, all my sisters knew, one of my brothers knew, the other one didn't. And, you know, he was on the same boat as my dad, like, hey, why don't you finish your degree? Or, you know, you're not gonna like it because you're not gonna be an officer, blah, 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 blah. And so, you know, I try to keep it to myself, and, you know, until one day, my mom asked me, did you sign up? And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay, don't tell your dad. And then that same night she told my dad. But it's fine. And I don't know if I mentioned this, my dad was in the Marine Corps for 30 years. You know, he was a recruiter at one time. He was mad that, you know, like, I didn't ask for his help in the process, but that's because I knew he wouldn't want me to join. He would try to deter me as much as possible from joining the services. And at first, I wanted to do Marine Corps, I really did, but I knew that my dad would be furious if I joined the Marine Corps. So I ended up, you know, just doing the Navy. Yeah. But, so, because I decided to join the military and I did not finish out college, I'm getting my Mustang, my beautiful car, taken away, and then they're gonna transfer all the student debt to me. The student debt is a lot. If I recall, it's $83,449, and that does not include the interest. So yeah, I am $83,000 in debt, and I don't even have my degree yet. But it's fine, because I'll be getting my degree later on. I know most of y'all are thinking, wow, that is such a stupid idea. Why don't you just finish off school? Well, it's because technically I have my associates. Like, I have all my core classes done, but I still have, like, enough education to technically get a degree, but, like, not enough, like, credits in, like, the certain categories. Like, for 1.5 years, I was a photography major, and the other for 1.5 years, I was a computer science major. And I just wanted to get out of there, to be honest. I could not stay another year. I mean, I love Texas, but San Marcos was really, like, gnawing at me. So, yeah, you know, the first time in life, I made decisions for myself, and shit hit the fan. Kind of. Not really. But, yeah, for the most part. So, that was, like, my story time. It was my first story time, and I felt like it was a bit jumbled. But, yeah. So, if y'all are interested in, like, you know, going with me on this beautiful, awesome, mysterious, weird journey about, well, that was weird, about me, like, joining, you know, the Navy and getting ready for basic training, because I'll be going to basic training, like I said, August 29th, and I've been making videos about, like, you know, the steps I am taking to getting ready, and I posted a video yesterday about you know, what I'm eating to, you know, lose a bit of pounds and get healthy, and, you know, basically detoxing myself from all, like, the sugar and soda I'm having on a daily basis. So yeah, you should totally like or subscribe or leave a comment, and thanks for watching.